Two Russians have snuck Novichok into the USA and handed off to the explorer. One bootlegger is killed by a nerve specialist, and the explorer shoots the second and consumes both their bodies prior to getting away with the Novichok. The Novichok is stuffed in a movement-estimated bag that can squeeze into the above receptacle of a traveler plane. Ethan Kopech, Taryn Egerton, a 30 years of age Transportation Security Organization (TSA) official at Los Angeles Global Air Terminal, has become skeptical and unambitious in the wake of bombing the police foundation by covering his dad's criminal history. On Christmas Eve, his pregnant sweetheart Nora, Sophia Carson, who works at the air terminal as a carrier supervisor, urges him to reapply and seek after his fantasy. At work, Ethan meets his companion Jason, an individual TSA specialist, who says that Ethan is drifting at the TSA, while during a similar time Jason has got two advancements. Ethan demands his boss, Phil Sarkowski, senior member Norris, relegate him to deal with a things examining path, wanting to exhibit his legitimacy for an advancement. Without a second to spare, Jason is removed the stuff checking path and Ethan supplanted him. In the meantime, a partner of the explorer enters Jason's home prepared to steal his significant other, when the Voyager is educated by his watcher that Jason had been supplanted by Ethan at the stuff filtering path. The Voyager requests that his watcher pull Ethan's record and pronounces that the mission finishes that day. The explorer's assistant then, at that point, enters Ethan's home to track down hints about his life. During his shift, Ethan gets a headphone, through which he is reached by a savage hired fighter, the Voyager, Jason Bateman, who orders him to let a particular portable case go through the scanner, or Nora will be killed. The explorer says that the man will go with a ticket of Northwind Flight 1850, constant to JFK. The explorer's assistant, the watcher, Theo Rossi, remotely screens Ethan from a van in the parking garage from where he has hacked into the air terminal's cameras, ruining his endeavors to caution the specialists. Ethan dials 911, yet the watcher can detect it. As Ethan converses with the explorer, he understands that the individual is chomping food. He then sees a traveler at the lager bar inside the air terminal, straightforwardly noticeable from Ethan's situation, who is, by all accounts, chomping bar snacks at precisely the same time as Ethan hears the crunching sound on his headphone. Ethan subtly cautions his partner, Lionel, Curtis Cook, utilizing a message written in imperceptible ink. Nonetheless, before Lionel can act, the Voyager harms him with aconitine, causing a lethal cardiovascular failure. This time, Ethan sees the Voyager leave Lionel's body in the wake of taking the message. Because of Ethan's apparently flighty way of behaving, his companion Jason, Cinque Walls, assumes control over his situation. The explorer undermines Jason's life, driving Ethan to get him terminated by outlining him for being tanked at work. As trained, Ethan allows a man to go through with the portable case, seeing the name Mateo Flores, Tonatiuh Elizarraraz on his ticket. The Voyager then, at that point, uncovers the case's items: Novichok, a deadly and serious nerve specialist. In the interim, Los Angeles Police Division, LAPD analyst Elena Cole, Danielle Deadweiler, explores a twofold murder and finds the casualties had pirated Novichok, a group of nerve specialists, some of which are double substance weapons, multiple times more powerful than VX gas, into the country. One of the dead bootleggers had a bug established on him, which recorded the most recent 72 hours of his life, and Elena had the option to recover the document which uncovered the Novichok. In the meantime, the Voyager meets Ethan in the bathroom and requests that he keep up with routine till the flight takes off. Explorer lets Ethan know that the baggage had Novichok and that 250 individuals on the flight would bite the dust. Cole cautions the branch of Country Security, DHS, and interfaces the danger to Ethan's cut-short emergency call. Accordingly, an expansive compass is requested. Ethan adds Mateo to the rundown of travelers hailed for review. Be that as it may, the explorer thinks Ethan's obstruction and goes up against him in the bathroom. Ethan holds onto the Voyager's plastic firearm. In reprisal, the explorer arms the Novichok bomb to go off quickly. In the event that the bomb goes off, 10,000 individuals in the air terminal bite the dust. Explorer says that the bomb must be incapacitated actually and sends Ethan to make it happen. Sarkowski keeps Mateo for assessment, however Ethan intrudes, holding them both at gunpoint. Mateo lethally cuts Sarkowski after Ethan won't shoot him, prior to uncovering that he, as well, is being pressured. The Watcher is holding Mateo's significant other, Jesse, prisoner. With time expiring, the Voyager guides Ethan to reset the bomb. A while later, Mateo is requested to kill Ethan and takes the plastic weapon, yet is killed when it overheats and detonates. This happens inside the stuff dealing with segment of the terminal. The Explorer recovers the Novichok case, yet solely after Ethan figures out how to switch the Novichok bomb into an alternate bag and orders the Watcher to kill Nora. Ethan utilizes Mateo's telephone to caution her who sees the Watcher coming at her. Nora barely sidesteps the Watcher, who is eventually killed by Jesse, similarly as Ethan figures out how to get to Nora to save her. From Jesse, Ethan discovers that Mateo had 2 tickets, and he was on the trip to DC and not JFK. In transit to the air terminal with DHS specialist John Alcott, Logan Marshall Green, Cole before long understands the specialist is a fraud, one of the Explorer's assistants, and kills him justifiably. After showing up at the air terminal, Cole faces Ethan, affirms the dynamic danger, and cautions the LAPD, starting a terminal closure. Cole uncovers that the Explorer's objective is a representative on board a trip to Washington, D.C., who advocates for expanded weapons subsidizing. The Novichok assault is intended to embroil Russia, guaranteeing legislative endorsement of significant protection spending, accordingly advancing weapons makers. The weapons makers wouldn't be thought as they killed somebody who pushed for their situation. The Explorer loads onto the flight uninformed that Ethan has exchanged the bomb into an indistinguishable, however bigger bag, compelling him to put away it in the plane's freight hold. Ethan penetrates the hold to incapacitate the bomb when the plane had arrived at the runway, while Nora convinces Cole to permit the trip to take off, keeping the Explorer from becoming dubious, and setting off the bomb on the ground, bringing about a lot more losses. As Ethan starts destroying the bomb, the Explorer gets an alarm and defies him at gunpoint. Before the Explorer can rearm the Novichok and circumvent utilizing a parachute, Ethan locks him inside a water-airproof refrigeration unit with the nerve specialist, killing him. The plane securely gets back to the air terminal. After 1 year, Ethan, Nora, and their kid go through a TSA-designated spot as they get ready to head out to Tahiti with Jason and his loved ones. Ethan places his LAPD identification in the checking plate. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all that is new on our channel.